Good day, I trust you're doing well. Today I just wanted to make a short video explaining Cloud Dev 6212 PoE Part 2, what I have done, and to show that all my code is in fact working and I have achieved, or more than achieved, the rubric's requirements. And yeah, I just wanted to show you how I have achieved this and my methods and also the way I will be submitting. So if we look at our home in Microsoft Azure, we have our web application, our storage account, and then our functions app. So if we go to our functions app, we can see that we have 4 functions set up, which is our table, queue, file share, and blob functions. This all comes from our functions project, which, as you can see, has all 4 of the functions listed here. And this is where those functions get taken from. We had to publish this project into that functions app for it to be able to display. Here we've got our local settings, which shows that each of the connection strings come from the same storage account. Okay, with that being said, our quick tour of the actual application. Let's just get the zoom in. There we go. So here we have our retail management platform. At the moment, all it is doing is fulfilling the Azure services specified, which is what the assignment wants us to do. And here you go. Here you can see got some JavaScript loading up all the animations, making it look real neat. These images also get pulled from a blob storage. We click more details to expand each of these categories, and it's just a bit more information about each of these services. Then we can move over to Services Dashboard. Now this is where everything actually happens. So we can input first name and all of these fields we can input. Okay, and then we can add our customer. Have a nice processing symbol while that's happening, and then at the bottom we have our success message, and then we also have that banner pop up. And if we actually go to our storage account now, I can display that to you. If we go to storage browser, tables, and customers. Just give it a second to load. There it is. Okay, there it is, the entry 922. There we go with the timestamp. Lovely. Okay. Next up, we've got our queues, so orders. You can enter random details here. So let's just say 500 packages, process the order, and our queue has been sent beautifully. Products, same thing here. We can upload an image or a file. We will just upload this PNG. For category name, we'll upload the file, and there we go, it has been uploaded. Same here with images, we'll upload this blob PNG, and then we'll have it under cloud. Okay, beautiful. We can go to our storage account, we can go to queues, orders, and we shall see there it is. We have just entered it as well, 1028, that's our timestamp. Great, file shares, go contracts, should be under pop, there it is, beautiful. And there's our image, the blob containers. And so this container is where our images for the website get pulled from, and this is the one we just created with our singular image that we just uploaded. Beautiful. Now, this class is the class we use for part 1 of this project. Is what we use for part 1. Essentially, we have modified the home controller that it requires to pull each of the Azure functions from the other project or Azure Functions app created on Azure, so that these uploads actually work, these add entities actually work. Okay, other than that, there hasn't been many changes, except of course the uh, the success the success messages, the banners, and all that. There hasn't been many changes other than that. But yes, fully functional. Everything is set up nicely. As you can see, I have provided extensive comments, citations, and a reference list at the for each of the major classes. Okay, next up, I can just show you, if we go to JSON settings, you can see here that on this project, the Azure functions get pulled from the Azure Functions app on Azure. Quickly show you. Go click here, and then you can just see get function URL. This is where all of them were fetched from, right there. Beautiful. Okay, and that's about it. One more thing I want to mention, the GitHub. I decided to update the part one essentially. So now it has the updated project which I just showed with the updated home controller and all that. Now that is what part one contains. So that will also be included in my submission. And then if we go to part two, that is where the functions app actually is situated. And here we have our functions app. So that's also why it says project P2. I tried to merge them together. It didn't end well. So I'll instead be submitting two links. And yeah, I hope that will be good. But yeah, and that's about it for the part two of Cloud Dev 6212.